Right, staying with that story now, let's speak to the acting KZN Premier Thembeni Madlopha-Mthethwa. Good to have you, acting Premier, and thank you very much for your time. There've been conflicting news, others saying, well, the N3 is now open, others are saying, no, delay your travel. What's the actual status now on the N3? Has it been fully opened and operational?
Yes, good evening, viewers, and I want to say now that the N3 is open, but there are still few trucks that are along the road that are without drivers. But the path is clear, the motorists can travel. But the problem is, with the snow starting to melt, it might be, the road might be slippery. Then we're saying when you go there, go with caution that it is wet. The road is going to be wet, but it's now free for everyone. And almost every road that was affected is now free.
Now, it would have taken close to 48 hours for a full dispatch of the resources and the teams to be on the ground to assist. Is this the time that you have set for yourself as a target, or this could have been something that would have been done a little bit better?
Yes, we were sorry that we could not be able to rescue people as early as we would like, but we were there almost as soon as we hear. But the unfortunate part is that it was dark, and it was very difficult for any tractor to move that during that time. But we were able to assist because there was only one person that died, which we were very sorry about. But we tried our best because we arranged SADF and also SAPS and the NGOs, NPOs, our rescue teams, municipalities. We were all there, but unfortunately, it took that time. But the fortunate part is we were able to rescue the lives. And then we were trying to remove the snow, and then we were making sure that we clear it until it was clear, as it is clear now. And we were estimating that it will be by Tuesday, but fortunately, they were all quick, coordinating the different departments were all working together, and then we were able to clear the road as soon as this evening.
Yeah. Now, with that understanding that the promptness of your response as authorities actually saves lives, and we have lost one life now, there are others that are suffering hypothermia that are in hospital. What is your observation, particularly around that question of poor visibility, and what needs to be done?
Really, it was not poor visibility, but I want to say we were early to warn the people, to caution the people that there is a heavy rain coming. People must be cautious when they were using the road, but we're not going to blame them because sometimes we give this warning sign and the weather is not that bad. But fortunately, we were able to put the lives of the people first, and we were able to save them because we were having some people deciding to forget about their life, about our warning saying don't go out, but they went there, some physically, MECs were there physically to assist. And when you look at Honorable Duma, look at Honorable Therese, you can see that they were on the ground. But fortunately, with the councillors, the mayors, we were able to rescue the lives. But currently, we're still looking at the livestock and the farms that were also affected. But we hope by tomorrow we'll be having all the stats and then make way forward.
Yeah. That would have been my next question. What is going to be the intervention? One, affected families. Two, affected businesses, affected agriculture. We've been reporting some agricultural products that would have been affected. I'm sure even those trucks that are stuck there would have been quite key to the economy of KZN. What is the multi-sectoral response that the province is mounting up?
Currently, I can't give you the answer, not because I can't have an answer, but we are collecting the data, finding out how much is the value of the disaster. And then after that, we are going to have another meeting because the JOC is sitting on hourly basis to take the stats and stock. Then they will come back to the disaster center. And from there, as a cabinet, sit down and make a way forward. What is it that we're going to help? What intervention? What is it that we are going to send? Because we're also working with the national departments and also the national disaster sector. Then together as a government, what is it that we can do to assist our farmers, or assist our communities that were affected?
And the COCTA MBC indicating earlier that you will also be, I think tomorrow yourself, visiting the family of the deceased?
Yes, we were going to be visiting the centers where we were having the people that were affected, but fortunately, there is no one now in the center. Because of that, we're no longer going to visit the center when we know now that centers are no longer having people that are affected. Then we will be doing other things tomorrow. All
right. Let's then talk a little bit about the center itself, or maybe let me say the Disaster Management Center and its capacity. We were speaking yesterday to the National Disaster Management Center, and the question we put to them was, for example, at the time in 2022 when Parliament had to handle the question of capacity of the Disaster Management Center dealing with flooding, was that it had 50% vacancy in terms of people that need to be operating there. Where does this sit now? Because National says, of course, we support the province, but it is province who would need to actually interview people, place them, and so on and so forth in those key positions.
And I don't want to, one man said to me, don't allow yourself to be shifting blame, take one blame to the other person. But we are aware, and we see the agency of filling those vacancies. Where there are funds available, those vacancies will be filled. But where there are no funds, then we will be talking to the national government, to the province, to say, let us fund this, because we see climate change has told us, is teaching us that we must always make sure that we stick to the programs that we're having, and also we conscientize every individual, and we are always on the alert when it comes to the disaster, because we now know that every year there is a disaster that is affecting KwaZulu-Natal, either it is a rain or whatever, but there is always disaster that is going to affect us, and climate change is something that is here and it's not going to go anywhere, except that we are going to change our lifestyle. We are going to change and be ready as ever before.
Yeah, certainly. And it remains a concern, I suppose, the fact that we are seeing these natural events happening consecutively, almost twice, 3 times a year, but even happening every single year. And the question has always been around the resources and whether or not the province is beginning to allocate funds that will be ring-fenced specifically for response to such events.
Yes, is a going concern, but we are fortunate that when this disaster comes, we find that NGOs, NPOs, and some volunteers in private sectors, they want to partner with us and fight issues of disaster. But we are saying, let us not wait for disaster to come. Let us just partner have a committee that is consisting of our disaster people as well as these private people that are having interest in assisting, so that we are always on the alert.
As far as you are aware right now, Premier, is the area of damage confined to road infrastructure? Is other infrastructure affected, water infrastructure, electricity infrastructure? It was a bit of a storm.
When we look at we're concentrating mostly on the road and human beings, but water is affected, electricity is affected, some households have been affected, and then the agriculture. Because when you look at the sectors that are affected, is education, sector, because municipalities are affected, agriculture and health, because some clinics, due to these heavy rains, were unable to have access to electricity also. But we are hoping that everything will be sorted soon. And in some places, it has been already sorted.